DPS TeleClass.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DPS TeleClass. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Are you ready for today's TeleClass? But as always, let's start by reading dua before starting the lesson.
قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي.
So, students, let's play a game before starting the lesson this week too. This time you will go to a park to spot the differences. Now you are seeing 5 differences at the seesaw area. Let's try to find it on your own first. Miss will give you 1 minute to spot the differences and note it down. So the time is up, students. Now I will tell the differences that Miss spotted and let's see it matches with your differences. Okay, first thing I noticed was the cloud in the sky which was missing in the first picture and present in the second picture. Let's guess the second difference. Oh, it's the glasses of the little girl. As you can see in the first picture, that lovely little girl was wearing the glasses and the second picture she is not wearing it. Maybe it fell. In the first picture, there is no tree, but a tree appears in the second picture like a magic. Wow! Look at the beautiful flowers in different colors. But can you spot a missing flower in the first pic? Look very closely at the second picture. And let's see which color is in the missing flower. It is a blue flower. Now it's time for the last one. What do you think is the difference this time, students? Yes, you guessed it right. It is the small amount of grass in the picture, in the first picture, which is the missing in the second picture. Students, you all did a very good job. I really hope that you all will be very good at the game of spot the differences. Move on to the next. Now Miss will check how much you all remember from the previous lessons. You are seeing a rail that travels with a lot of passengers on it. This is a huge rail. Numbers of people are in each section of the rail. At the red section, 5,673 people. In the green section, 5,672 people. So let's see how many peoples will be in blue section. Student, think clearly and try to find the answer. You will get 30 seconds to guess the answer. What is the answer? Yes, 5,671. Very good. Now let's look at another rail. This rail also carries enough amount of passengers. In this question, you will have tell how many passengers will be at the red section. Is 9,990 or 10,000 or 1,000? What's the answer? Excellent. 10,000 is answer. This time you would tell how many passengers are in the green section. Have you noticed that people are less in this rail compared to the other rails? What's the answer? Is answer is 1,400 or 1,300 or 1,402? What's the answer? Great. Answer is 1,400. Now we have arrived at question number 4. Students, try to find the answer. What comes after the given numbers 3,748, 3,749? Then what comes after the given numbers is 3,800 or 3,750 or 37,410? Excellent. The answer is 3,750. This question is asking to find the number of people in the middle section. If so, first you will see how much is the first one and how much is the last one. After that, look at each digit properly and then it would be easy to find next number. 5,100, 5,199 and 5,001. What's the answer? Very good. The answer is 5,100. Now it's time for the last question. In this question, you will find the number on the first place. What's the answer? 2,303, 2,030 or 2,300? Yes, the answer is 2,300. I observe that all of you remember the previous lesson properly. Very good, students. Most important thing to do before starting a lesson is to remind the learning intention of that lesson. So students, let's read the learning intention of today with Miss. Today we are going to learn about comparing numbers up to 9,999 using greater than, less than and equal to. Students, how will you be a successful student today? Very good. Compare the given set of numbers using greater than, less than or equal by doing tasks of the day individually. The key competency of today's lesson now, making meaning. Identify some symbols used in different subjects like recycle symbols for science, addition sign for mathematics and context, and explain what they mean. In the end of today's lesson vocabularies you must have learned greater than, less than, and equals. Greater than, a symbol used to show numbers greater than another. Less than, a symbol used to show numbers less than another. Equals, a symbol used to show numbers having the same value. Now Miss will read a short story, Charlie the Crocodile. There was an alligator in the pond. His favorite food was only the big numbers. He is always searching for what is greater to fill his empty stomach. Do you know, as this alligator is always hungry, this time it ate 736 leaves from a bundle. When he finds the numbers, his mouth opens wide for the bigger side automatically. He turns his back on what is less. He would face the bigger one and glob it down. But when he finds two numbers that are the same, our hungry alligator feels baffled. So he closes his small mouth and never eats them. He isn't sure exactly how to dine. Students, when you study mathematics, you use different types of sign, right? Pay attention to this sign also. In equal sign, when two values are equal, we use the equal sign. When one value is smaller than another, we use a less than sign. And when one value is bigger than another, we use a greater than sign. Using this sign, you will get to know numbers get equal and how to compare small and big numbers. Less than and greater than. The less than sign and the greater than sign look a V on each side, don't they? To remember which way around the less than and greater than signs go, just to remember. Student, remember when you try to find the big number, the mouth of greater than should be open for the big number. In the opposite, when you find the small number, always it's at the edge of the less than, like this. The small end always point to the smaller number, like this. 10 and 5. Is 10 less than 5 or 5 less than 10 or 10 greater than 5? Yes, 10 is greater than 5. Or other way around, 5 10. Is 10 less than 5 or 5 less than 10? Excellent. 5 is less than 10. Do you see how the symbol points at the smaller value? Very good. Remember those points and find the right answer that way. Choose the correct sign to complete the statements on the following slides. Quiz time. You can see two types of insect in the photo it's showing now. On one side it's ladybugs and the other side has bunch of snails. Your work is to choose the right sign from the sign you are seeing from. Very good. Here the number of ladybugs are more than the number of snails. So that's why here we used greater than sign. This question has bees and butterflies. Here your work is to choose a sign for lesser ones. Excellent. Bees are less than butterflies. So we will use less than sign here. This time it's two boats. Two boat has passengers on it. What will happen now? Which sign will it be based on how many passengers on each side? Is greater than or less than or equal? Yes, the answer is equal. In this boat, it has a slight change in the number of passengers. So what would it be? Greater than, equal or less than sign? Yes, answer is greater than. It means 3521 is greater than 3520. Choose the correct sign to complete the statements. Is 1001 is less than 1100? Or 1100 is less than 1001? What's the correct sign? Very good. 1001 is less than 1100. This is the last question in this quiz. Is 9993 is greater than 9909 or less than 9909? Great job. 9993 is greater than 9909. Now it's time for today's task. There is very important thing to remind you before giving for today's task. Before writing each lesson, remember to write the date and do the lesson properly and neatly. Today's task is page number 13, question number 9. As you studied today, in this lesson you will highlight greater than, less than and equal. Before ending today's class, let's remember success criteria once again. I will be successful if I can compare the given set of number using less than, greater than or equal by doing tasks of the day individually. I hope you all learned today's lesson successfully. Thank you student for truly listening to the lesson till the end. Stay safe, stay home. Assalamu alaikum.
DPS TeleClass